Hello everyone, this is Cubing Decoded. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Before you solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube, it is best that you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. If you do not know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, then you can check it out in my previous video up here. I will leave a link of it in the description box below as well. To solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube, you need to learn two algorithms. However, these are pretty short algorithms and you can learn them really easily. And if you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, then there are literally no algorithms you need to learn, as these are the exact same algorithms from the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. By the way, when I mentioned that you must know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, I mean you must know the intermediate method. That is, you must know the soon algorithm, that is RU, R prime U, or U to R prime, and you must know the last layer algorithm, that is X, R prime, U, R prime, D2, or U prime, R prime, D2, R2. If you do not know these two algorithms, don't worry, as I will mention them when I am teaching this step. So let's begin. The first step is to solve the white face and the first layer at the same time. If you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, then you would know that you need to solve the white cross, then you have to solve the white first layer. However, in this case, you're just simply going to solve the first layer and the white face at the same time. So we can look for a corner, say this white, green, red corner. And by the way, there are 8 corners in this cube, there are no edges or centers. So this white, green, red corner, look for either a white, green corner or a white, red corner. So this is a white, blue, red corner, so we're good. Next, we must match this corner with this corner. However, we cannot simply match it with a U like this, because this does not match these red corners. So instead, from here, we can do a few things. Well, the easiest one would be to bring the white corner up here. That is, imagine that we are solving the white face down here. Next, we bring the white corner over here, that is just underneath, and then you can match it. The idea is, from here, you are going to try to bring this red over here and this white over here. So you can bring it up, move the white corner away and bring it down. In a scramble, if you already have this, then it should be no problem. So from here, there are a few things you can do. You can look for a white corner, say this white, orange, green one. Now you can see that you have to move it here, as this layer is empty, so you can move this layer. Now you cannot simply match it like this, as this doesn't match the layer. You must look for a green like this, and then now you can see this green needs to come here. Let us imagine that this white is already solved over here. In this case, this white needs to come over here, and you can insert it like a corner when you solve a 3x3. That is, you want to bring this down here, so it's on the left. So move it to the right, bring the left up, move the right back, and bring it down. That solves 3 of them, and this first layer is matched as well. Lastly, this corner is up here, so you are going to bring this white corner above the empty spot, and this is exactly like a 3x3 where you have to bring it to the top layer and not on the top face. So you can bring it like this, and now it's on the top layer. However, we mess up this corner, but that's no problem, as this is the circle of motion. You move the corner away and bring the cycle back. Now the white corner is here. You need to insert in this spot. So as it's on the left, you move it to the right, bring the left up, move it back, and bring it down. The second step to solving the 2x2 Rubik's Cube is to solve the yellow face or the opposite color face. To do this, you have to repeat a certain algorithm a few times. This algorithm is known as the soon algorithm. And if you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, then you would know that to solve this face, you have to use the soon algorithm. That is, in a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, you repeat that soon algorithm 1 to 3 times to solve the cube. So this exact position is a soon case. As you can see, there's one yellow corner solved and the yellow is facing you. However, there are 7 different cases. You do not have to remember how each case works. However, it is best that you remember 2 or 3 of the cases and then you repeat them continuously. Anyway, I am going to show all 7 cases in this video. The first case is literally the soon case, where you have to keep yellow to the bottom left when you keep it like this, and then you must see if yellow is over here or here. If it's here, then you have to do the algorithm once, and if it's over here, you have to do the algorithm twice. So from here, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. This is the anti-soon case, where yellow is on the bottom left again, but the yellow is over here instead of here. So do the soon algorithm, keeping yellow in the bottom left, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime, and then yellow is on top, so bring it down here again, and then now yellow is in front, so r, u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. From now, I'm going to speed through all the algorithms. Next is this case, where there are 2 yellows here and 2 yellows behind, and none are solved. So keep the yellows on the left and right, and do the algorithm, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. And then you can see that we come to the soon case, where one yellow is solved and the others in front, so do the algorithm again, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. The next case is when none of the yellows are solved. 2 of them on the side like this, but unlike the previous case where 2 are on the side, one is facing us and the other is facing behind. Keep the one facing us on the right such that these 2 are on the left, and then do the soon, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. Do a u prime to bring yellow to the bottom left, and then or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime should solve it. The next case is where 2 of the yellows are solved, and one yellow is facing us and the other is facing behind. You keep the one facing us on the left such that these 2 solved are on the right, and then do the soon, r, u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. Now you bring it here, and now you can see that you have the anti-soon case where yellow is on the right here, so do it twice, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime. Do a u2, bring yellow to the bottom left, yellow is in front of you, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime should solve it. The next case is where 2 of the yellows are solved and the other 2 are like this. To solve this, I recommend a simple algorithm instead of the soon one, as that takes time. That is, you keep yellow on the right like this, and then keep the unsolved ones on the left, and you have to simply do this 6 move algorithm which you learned while solving the 3x3 Rubik's Cube yellow cross. That is f, r, u, r prime, u prime, f prime. The final case you can get is 2 corners solved diagonally opposite from each other. Keep the 2 solved corners like this such that the yellow corner which is unsolved is on the right, and do the soon case, or u, r prime, u, or u2, r prime, and you see you get this 6 move case where these 2 and these 2 are together. So you keep the unsolved ones on the left, and then do f, or u, r prime, u prime, f prime. And with that, we can move on to the final step, that is solving the last layer. Once you solve the white and yellow phases, you can only get 2 cases on the top, and to do the cases you have to do one simple algorithm either once or twice. So if you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, you would realize that these are actually headlights. As there's no edge over here, we can imagine these are headlights and we must keep them behind. And then after doing that, you must do the algorithm, that is x, r prime, u, r prime, d2, or u prime, r prime, d2, r2. Whenever you do this algorithm, you're either going to be left with doing that once again, or it'll be solved in one move. The last case you can get is when there are no headlights. To do that, you can hold the cube in any direction as long as yellow is on top. Well, you have to do an X, but keep the yellow on top before doing it. and then do the algorithm x r prime u r prime d2 or u prime r prime d2 r2. Once you do that, you're going to have the headlights again. Keep the headlights behind such that the two unsolved corners are in front of us. And do it x r prime u r prime d2 or u prime r prime d2 r2, and then once you're here, solve it in one. And that's it. These are actually all the cases you need to know in order to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. Smash the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Bye.